Ever wonder what the most dangerous weapon in the world is? It's not a city-destroying bomb. It's not a bioweapon. It's a weapon that kills no one directly, but could end our civilization in a single flash. Today we're talking about the silent, invisible threat of a high-altitude nuclear electromagnetic pulse, or EMP. This isn't science fiction. It's a threat so severe that governments and insurance experts have studied it for decades, and their conclusions are chilling. Imagine this. A single nuclear weapon is detonated not over a city, but 400 kilometers up, right in the middle of the sky above the United States. There's no mushroom cloud on the ground, no shockwave, minimal fallout. Just a brilliant, silent flash of light across the entire continent. In that instant, an invisible, super powerful wave of energy washes over North America. This is an EMP, and it's the beginning of the end of the modern world. The pulse has three parts, known as E1, E2, and E3. The E1 wave is an incredibly fast, high-voltage spike. Think of it as a lightning strike 1,000 times faster and more powerful. It's too quick for normal surge protectors to stop. This is what fries the delicate microscopic circuits inside our phones, computers, car engines, and every other piece of modern electronics. If it has a microchip, the E1 pulse is likely to destroy it permanently. Then comes the E2 wave. It's actually the least of our worries. It's very similar to the energy from a nearby lightning strike, and a lot of our existing systems have some protection against it. But it's the third wave, E3, that delivers the knockout blow to our civilization's backbone, the power grid. The E3 wave is a slow, low-frequency pulse. It doesn't fry small electronics. Instead, it acts like a giant phantom generator, inducing huge D-clay currents into long metal conductors. And what are the longest metal conductors we have? The thousands of miles of high-voltage power lines that make up our electrical grid. These massive currents surge into the giant transformers at substations, the massive, house-sized machines that manage our electricity. They aren't designed for this. They overheat, their insulation melts, and they are physically destroyed within seconds. The result is a continent-wide, simultaneous blackout. Not just a few cities, but everywhere. From New York to Los Angeles, from Toronto to Mexico City, the lights go out and they don't come back on. Not in an hour, not in a day. Maybe not for years. So, the power is out. What happens next? Let's look at transportation. You might think your car would be a safe bet. Surprisingly, tests have shown that about 85 to 90% of cars on the road would likely survive the initial pulse and could even be restarted. That's the good news. The bad news? Where are you going to get gas? Fuel refineries need electricity. The pumps at the gas station need electricity. The entire fuel delivery system, which relies on trucks, trains, and pipelines, grinds to a halt. Within a few weeks, the existing fuel reserves run out. The millions of surviving cars become useless metal statues. What about planes in the air? The situation is much worse. Modern aircraft are packed with sensitive electronics. An EMP could cause widespread avionics failures, meaning pilots lose control, navigation, and communication. It's estimated that dozens, possibly hundreds of planes could literally fall out of the sky. Now, let's bring it back home. What happens inside your house? Any device plugged into the wall is toast. Your refrigerator, your TV, your air conditioning, your microwave, even if they're turned off. The pulse travels through the power lines, telephone lines, and cable lines directly into your home. Frying anything connected, whole house surge protectors won't save you. They're too slow for the E1 spike. What about things that are unplugged and battery powered? Your laptop, if it wasn't charging, might be okay. A simple battery powered radio or a flashlight would likely survive. These small, isolated devices become your only link to a world that has suddenly gone silent and dark. But for most people, the modern conveniences that sustain life are gone. The pump for your well stops working. Your life-saving medical devices, like a home dialysis machine, go silent. And this brings us to the most terrifying consequence: the collapse of our food and water supply. Supermarkets typically only have about 3 days' worth of food. Our entire food system is built on a just-in-time delivery model. This system relies on refrigerated trucks, which need diesel, and communication systems, which need electricity. Within a week, without new shipments, the store shelves are bare. Panic and looting would be widespread, but that's only the start. Without refrigeration, any remaining food spoils. Water is an even more immediate crisis. Municipal water systems rely on electric pumps to maintain pressure and to run treatment plants that keep our water safe to drink. Within hours to days, the taps run dry. For those in cities, finding clean, drinkable water becomes an almost impossible task. Disease from contaminated water would spread like wildfire. The medical system would face a complete and total catastrophe. Hospitals have backup generators, but they typically only have enough diesel for 3 to 7 days. After that, they are just buildings. Ventilators stop. Dialysis machines shut down. Incubators for premature babies go cold. Crucial medicines like insulin and antibiotics, which require refrigeration, spoil. Society's ability to care for the sick and injured evaporates overnight. Minor infections that we treat with a simple pill could once again become a death sentence. When you add all of this up, no power, no transportation, no food, no clean water, and no medical care, the outcome is horrifying. Authoritative studies from the official EMP Commission to Lloyd's of London all converge on a truly staggering number. Within the first year after a continent-wide grid-down scenario, an estimated 60 to 90% of the population could perish. That's 200 to 300 million people in the United States alone. The primary cause of death wouldn't be the EMP itself. It would be starvation, disease, and the breakdown of society. This isn't an apocalypse that leaves behind ruined cities. The buildings, roads, and bridges would all still be standing, perfectly intact. It's a technological apocalypse. We would be thrown back to a 19th century way of life, but without the skills, tools, or small population that made that era sustainable. We have the knowledge of how to build our world back, but the means to do so would be gone. Rebuilding the power grid would be a monumental task. The extra high voltage transformers that are the heart of the grid are not something you can buy off the shelf. They are custom built, take 18 to 36 months to manufacture, and nearly all of them are made overseas. With no power to run our factories and no way to transport these massive machines, replacing the hundreds that would be destroyed could take a decade or more. So what can be done? The threat is real, but it's not hopeless. The solution is prevention and preparation. Critical infrastructure can be hardened against EMP. This involves shielding sensitive electronics and installing advanced filtering and surge protection devices. We can also create a strategic stockpile of essential components like those giant transformers right here at home. This would allow us to begin the recovery process in months, not decades. At a personal level, preparation is key. Having a supply of non-perishable food, a way to purify water, a first aid kit, and essential tools could be the difference between life and death. It's about building resilience for any kind of major disaster, not just an EMP. The topic of EMP is scary, but ignoring it is not a solution. It is a genuine, existential threat to our way of life. The good news is that we have the technology and the knowledge to protect ourselves. It requires investment, political will, and a public that understands the stakes. By raising awareness, we can push for the changes needed to harden our grid and protect our future. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about being informed and proactive. The silent flash in the sky doesn't have to be the end of our story. Let's make sure it isn't. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more deep dives into the critical issues shaping our world.